Hello, viewers. I'm SB, and welcome back to Alan Wake 2 and some version of the Oceanview Hotel. I guess it's a hotel instead of a motel this time. Place is kind of a bummer. I liked it better before. Okay, you seem a little persistent. Okay, are we good? Are we cool? Can we just be fucking chill now, please? Alright, there's an echo out here, and we need to get behind the desk.
So you were the director of this play?
Yeah, that's me. Our performance of the cult was cursed from the pre-show ritual on. The cult is an immersive theatrical experience.
You're gonna have to walk me through what that means.
Immersive theater. A play where the audience can participate, spread across this hotel. The cult is a legend. The only written copy of the manuscript lost, the play is passed on as oral tradition between theater companies. Each company only performs it once. The play was said to have special power. We were like kids playing with a Ouija board. And when you call for the devil, he will come.
The pre-show ritual. That's it. Set it up. Start from the beginning.
Okay, we can do that. This is not what I want. Come on, go over to here. Damn it. Ellen, cooperate.
The plot board was empty again. I needed a new track. Layers upon layers. A play about a murder cult, infiltrated by a real murder cult.
Okay, those ones were fake. Well, I don't really know where I'm going here. I mean, that's certainly an Oceanview-y symbol.
I needed to find the key.
Room 101. Okay. Not an ominous number at all, fortunately.
The room at the end of the corridor was closed off. It felt significant. Something terrible would happen there.
Final scene is an odd thing to just stumble across. Well, this place seems remarkably devoid of significance, given, you know, the fact that it's the only one we can actually get into. Ah, not devoid of bullets, though. Triangle. Okay. So you can't even make it into the safety room. I think we may have hit the limits of this particular setup.
The plot board was empty again. I needed a new draft, back at the beginning, but closer to my goal. I had to be at the scene.
Right.
To see and
Yep,
understand
sorry,
it.
that's right. You can't play with the qualities of a scene that you haven't currently immersed yourself in.
My writing was affecting reality. The troupe were busy building their own Wicker Man, where they themselves would be sacrificed. The prop room had been changed from room 104 to room 225.
But the key still says 104, so... I guess the idea is that if it was the right room key, if it was the one they changed it to, it wouldn't still be here, right? They would have taken it. Huh. I'll be honest with you, I was expecting a little bit of a jump scare. Anything else? Not really. 225. Okay. Let's walk out of that at a different point in the narrative.
I know the words, secret words.
What have we here? Anything openable? Like perhaps a tiny bit of a trap. Shoot. Come on.
Parallel reality. Sometimes a quaint small town. Sometimes a hulking metropolis. Different every time we set upon the road that leads us there. And yet, like a half-remembered echo of a fading dream, always familiar to us. These are the stories that take place there. Awe-inspiring, macabre, terrifying, heartbreaking, nail-biting, absurd, and thrilling. Sometimes all of these things at once. A haunting new season of mind-bending episodes written by Alan Wake. I am your host, Orland Orr, and I will see you soon in Night Springs.
His name seems very appropriate for that gig. It's got that right kind of like just enough otherworldliness, just enough plot weightiness. Also, I want to say before I forget, when those guys were all in the doorway all at once, and all of the waves of like light manipulation were pouring off of them, we were getting some weird like red and white strobing from the light out here, and I really thought one of them was wearing one of those like Cat in the Hat hats. Like we caught him in the middle of his tryout for Jamiroquai or something, and that just tickled me pink. It's important to love what you do. You gotta have fun with your job, Well, it is really something in here. I guess all the red light is pouring in from outside? Okay, remarkably not a significant room. Why are there arrows? Wow, that just kind of exploded. Why are there arrows pointing toward, like, right here? That's curious, right? And then also, arrows pointing into both of these rooms. Neither one of them without any, like, obvious distinguishing characteristics or anything. Just a lot of people who want to murder me. Okay, well, that flickering light can only mean one thing. That's creepier.
This is where they gathered before the play. This is where it began.
Spatially, I'm not even 100% sure how I got here.
Another vision. Another idea.
Why set up a play in a hotel? Why this hotel?
Because the rent is cheap? No. The Oceanview was perfect for this. It's said to be haunted. Dark stories about murder, death, suicide. Supposedly, an actual cult once performed an unspeakable ritual to summon something in the ballroom. Did we summon the same thing? Tapped into something horrifying? It seemed like it was part of the play, but it wasn't. Does that sound crazy?
You don't want to ask me about crazy, kid.
A haunted hotel. Yes. That's a trope for a reason.
Okay. I mean, I guess so. So... will there be an easy path from here to the ballroom if... Okay, this decor is familiar. Where is the ballroom on my map? Okay, we need to back up and turn right.
The ballroom would be the stage of a key scene in the play.
Okay, key to room 101. Glad I came over here to look. So even though we entered it from a haunted space, it itself is not haunted. Until.
recognized my writer's room on the stage.
Yeah. Inventory, right? Flashlight's probably next.
I said you got here. What was the scene in this room?
Well, this is what we call the writer's room. In the play, it's where the devil rewrites reality whilst God is asleep. The devil was our star role. I got a big-time celebrity to play him, and he was method acting the role to perfection. He never broke character, always wore the cult mask. His name was scratched out on the posters.
And who was this mystery celebrity? Let me guess. Alan Wake?
I wish I could tell you, but turns out there were masks upon masks. Whoever he really was, shit got weird when he was around. Some of the crew joked that we'd actually hired the devil to play himself.
Mr. Scratch is the devil. He was born to play the role.
I had to agree with Casey on that.
Is this really an element we want to be bringing on ourselves? Does this story need more devil?
This was something out of a horror story, but I had to keep going.
Oof, okay. Got a little exploded there. In principle, I find it difficult to disagree. Shit. Am I allowed to heal in the safety of the light without it breaking? Oh, doesn't matter. Turns out I'm dead. The safety of the light, indeed. I mean, we certainly weren't going to survive just hanging out back there. I should have just pulled a hand flare and thrown it on the ground, I think.
The ballroom would be the stage of a key scene in the play.
Kind of weird that we have to do this again. All right. Set it to haunted.
It's getting realer.
Hold on.
I recognized
Do
my
I
writer's
have-
room on the stage. I almost dreaded the ideas this would conjure up.
Before I flip this, we should make sure we grab this. All right. Strong feelings about magic pockets. And then I guess it hasn't closed off access here, so we'll quick save, go to the shoebox, grab all of our healing items. Not this. Hand flares on 2-2. Okay.
I said you got here. What was the scene in this room?
Well, this is what we call the writer's room. In the play, it's where the devil rewrites reality whilst God is asleep. The devil was our star role. I got a big-time celebrity to play him, and he was method acting the role to perfection. He never broke character, always wore the cult mask. His name was scratched out on the posters.
And who was this mystery celebrity? Let me guess. Alan Wake?
I wish I could tell you. But turns out there were masks upon masks. Whoever he really was, shit got weird when he was around. Some of the crew joked that we'd actually hired the devil to play himself.
Mr. Scratch is the devil. He was born to play the role.
I had to agree with Casey on that.
All right, so this way we can just like bounce back to the safety of the light immediately.
This thread would create something terrible in the scene, but it's what the story needed.
Okay. So is there anything that we actually need in here, or seems like we're okay? I think we want to just keep exploring the hotel with this quote unquote inspiration.
Alan Wake. You're stuck.
I mean, I probably just want to make it back to room 101, right?
I didn't have the key.
Shit. Seems like it would be really helpful to be able to talk to somebody right now. Well, I'm definitely not going to be able to just crawl through the fireplace or anything.
It was locked from the other side.
206. Okay. I mean, we should check it, right? The actors, the witnesses, and the victims, one and the same.
This was not the ritual murder site I was looking for. This had just been an appetizer before the main course.
Okay, I was just kind of curious if it would be any different in here with the paint on the floor. But it doesn't seem like it. Still no idea why there is even paint on the floor. Okay. Can we still go through here and come out? Room 104. Because if so, it's real easy to get to 101 from there.
From the world beyond this nightmare from home, they sink down to the bottom of this ocean. I catch them.
Okay, well, stuff is welcome. So the writing has to be just right, and it has to use as much as possible of like all of these pre-existing elements for stability's sake. Which is why everything has to get so fucked up and dark. I gotta tell ya, I'm not finding myself getting as much out of room 101 as I was expecting. Alright, where was the final scene where something incredibly dramatic was to happen? Was like over here? This has got to be it, right?
I changed the story. And with that, the dark place changed.
Okay, these guys are not even real enemies. Boy, it sure seems like I'm supposed to... I know it says please do not disturb, but I am not necessarily in the habit of listening to this. You know what? Now that we're on the other side of the barricade, I wonder if the idea is we swap it back to something else. Nope. That just puts you back out here. Okay. I feel like I have followed the devil's trail. Oh, wait.
The devil walked through the hotel, dragging the whole place to hell with him.
Well, yeah, but this is where it goes. It feels to me like I'm supposed to be able to open this door. This is like very clearly the end of the path. Yeah, huh. Alright, is there anywhere else down here that the Trail of Carnage could be leading? Not really, right? This seems pretty straightforward. I wonder if I missed a step, because yeah, there's a kill here. Bodies dragged over. Dead people slumped around there. Is there anything else to do on the plot board? Hotel murder site, Saga Anderson helps. I mean, are we at that point? Are we at the bring Saga in point? It feels like they would tell us that more explicitly, right? Yep, and sending it to here also puts us back on this side of the barricade. I wonder if there is something that I didn't trigger in the ballroom, maybe? Because of the fact that I positioned myself to be able to leave the room safely as quickly as possible? Maybe we need to run back? Doesn't seem like that should be the case, but the thing that does seem like it should be the case is it happening, so... There's still no obvious rhyme or reason to the arrows marked on the floor in that area. Alright, we'll come back in here. Let me make absolutely sure.
This is not my writing. This is Scratch mocking me.
Okay, I think they just really want you to go through with this ambush. Ow.
My eyes couldn't follow it.
No, Ellen. There we go. Well, that wasn't a very good shot.
Secret parties! You're stuck in a room! Don't get inside. This is lost!
Wow, really? To be clear, I was stun locked for that entire sequence. Like, he hit me 3 times there, and from the moment that first shot connected, completely unable to move or do anything. Yeah, the thing where Alan wouldn't get out another piece of gear after throwing the flare until he had put the next flare in hand and lit it really caught me off guard. So I tapped the save button as I ran through there. Yeah, it seems like they really, really, really want you to fight those guys in the ballroom. I guess that's what we were missing. I feel like if you leave the ballroom without doing that, it should be fine, but clearly this is not the general feeling. Maybe we even go this far.
This is not my writing. This is Scratch mocking me.
Oh, I thought that guy was definitely real. Okay, so now we've done this. Earned a couple of flares. Not allowed to double dip on this in the different settings. All right, get our... Okay, so that area is very haunted.
I couldn't get in. I was missing something.
Yeah. Maybe I really need to find key 209? Does it happen to be in here somewhere? I kind of assumed we would get it like later in this sequence, but maybe not. All right, I feel at this point we've been pretty thorough. Yeah, I feel pretty confident that there's nothing going on here. Maybe I need to go back to room 101 and change something else? Doesn't really make any sense, because like the objective we have right now is to follow Scratch's, to follow the devil's trail. Huh. What did this do? It's not clear to me. It seems like nothing. So we have a light shift marked here. An echo in 665. An investigation at reception. Yeah, I have no idea what this is supposed to be for. Doesn't seem terribly different in here, us having gone through the ballroom ambush or anything.
Alan Wake. Darkness is coming.
And it's like the number one thing is we were given the key in the ballroom to room 101, right? But it doesn't really seem to have been for any kind of reason. There's not anything happening here. We haven't tried this room in devil mode yet.
The scene of the devil's path up the staircase was draped in blood.
Ah. Okay, so what if the area that was marked as the final scene was in fact in a place where it could never occur at all because it had been written out of existence by something happening in a different scene? That is certainly a way to handle that. Ellen? ow, ow, ow. Okay, not great, not great. Yeah, those hand flares are really nice for situations like that, but it's also remarkably difficult to get Alan to switch back to anything else afterward. He is very, very clumsy. How long do you think it would take to like daub all this shit in blood on the walls? Because it's not just a little. He's not just writing some as he's going
I
past.
felt the presence of a new idea.
Certainly
here.
not a single narrative line.
Mr. Scratch, if that's who the actor playing the devil was, had stayed in the hotel. Asking around at reception got me a room number. 666. He had requested that room specifically. The devil had a sense of humor. Or he really didn't. It was funny either way. According to the director, the actor hadn't mingled with the rest of the cast. He had only come out for the play, and always in character.
Well, this is certainly where the rest of the blood leads. I'm just saying, like, at a certain point, you know, one person runs out and you gotta discard them and grab somebody fresh. This is not the right way. I'm just curious if any of the doors over here will work. Seems like probably not. But if you can't be a little bit ornery, a little bit backwards on purpose, just out of spite, in the face of the devil, when can you do it, right? Turns out he's way ahead of me, and all roads lead to the same hell. Yeah, nothing opens in here anyway. All right.
Scratch had been here. I could sense his presence lingering in the room.
That was
I
a
was about to
finger
have another
twitch.
killer idea.
Let's talk. Okay, let's talk about the murder victim. The lady who was killed in the climax of the play.
The leading lady. Oh, it was an honor to get to work with her. A grand dame for sure. She went back a long time. Kept insisting she had seen the long-lost original script of the play. She'd been with this mysterious writer, his muse. That was her role in the play. The muse.
She was staying in room 108, where the murder happened.
The set of the final scene, right. The devil comes, an unstoppable force crashing through the hotel through each scene, executed with devastating mastery. And all leading up to him meeting his muse. It turns out he knew her. He had only joined the play to get to her.
To murder her.
Okay, bad. Shit. You know, Alan, you'll probably run faster if you stop looking backwards and halfway turning around. Oh, wow, okay. It becomes impossible to see what's going on, and then you die. Did I fully pick a wrong path, or...
Not you again.
Try going this way? Oh wait, don't try to use the elevators in an emergency. Yeah, I guess just like turn all the way around at that moment.
Get the fuck away from me!
I had to reach the lower floor to conquer the dark presence. The dark presence had come for me. Drawn to the story I was writing as it grew darker.
I don't know. Hey, those chase sequences kind of suck ass. It's just like there's a moment where you have to turn fully around and then run the other way. And if you ran that way the first time, you're just dead. But if you do it the second time, then everything's fine. And that's a bad sequence. It's panic-inducing. They do a good
Used
job
as
at
the
that.
murder victim. The final scene took place in room 108.
Okay, so now I wanna, well... Do I, though? I was gonna say now I want to head down there. I guess, okay, if I put it in climax mode, it'll be different. But also... Hold on, let me put the lobby here, the entrance hall, in climax of the story.
The scene here had changed.
Wow, that was weird. Sort of dropped myself in the middle of the...
I've had enough of that freaking gumshoe dick asking too many freaking questions. Not letting us proper police take care of it.
This is our chance to make the powers that be happy. We'll be set for life. Part of the inner circle.
Well, amen to that, partner. I like it. And so the fraternity, the club, the word. Our dear friends with many names. The way I see it, it was a lone nut job. A junkie out of his mind on some fancy new designer drug.
Open and shut case. All we gotta do now is dump the evidence from room 108 in the usual place in the alley.
Well, okay then.
Alan Wake. The story is a monster.
Yeah, I'm getting that. Damn it. Alan's always a little clumsy, but sometimes I feel like he's being malicious. Like when he interprets me walking around an area as me trying to fully walk up onto a recliner. As though to surf it. Huh. Lost on the shore between the forest and ocean. There's no obvious place for a bathroom here, right? I guess it would have to be this way. The owl and deer reflected in motion. In his room he will hurt her, in hers he is caught. His story ends. Her story does not. This is the ritual to lead you on. Your friends will meet him when you are gone. Yeah, okay, but the other thing I wanted to do was this. Thank you. Okay.
This was the murder site. There was a record at the bottom of the bathtub, beneath the body. Somehow it was important.
How could it not be?
Another step. Somehow I was closer to home. Closer than ever before. It's you again. The FBI agent. Saga Anderson. I'm closer now. I can feel it. You helped me get closer to escaping.
Wake? Or are I still trapped? I have the clicker. We can...
You know about the clicker. It can help us. I destroyed the dark presence with it last time. You can help. You can find it. You must find it.
I can get it to you. I have to understand. Did you write the story?
Alice is in danger. I have to stop Scratch. I have to find Return. I need to get back to my apartment. I'm writing a story to get through. Initiation. It's the only way.
The story. You can do that. You can write out...
It lasted only for a moment, like two planets passing in orbit. Saga Anderson was helping me go deeper, closer to escape. Somehow, I had to trust her. Parliament Tower. I had to get back to my apartment, my study. I had to find the manuscript of Return.
And if you had done that a little closer to when you did the saga looking for the record stuff, I think it probably would have been, for people who did it that way, it's probably a little bit more obvious that the stuff that's happening in Ellen's timeline is not in fact like a story from long ago before he resurfaced. He's like doing things that are having immediate temporal effect. Okay. It's a little easy to get turned around inside of these narrative snarls, but we got there. Okay. I'll tell you what. I think we cleared this part out. We've gotten ourselves to a through a whole like solid narrative chunk. This is maybe a good place to call it for the day. That is going to be it for us for right now. Thank you all so much for watching. When you return next time, we're headed back to Parliament Tower for who knows what new kinds of tortures might await us. And we'll see you then.